Dear students, let us learn to solve some statement problems on equations reducible to linear form. See this question. A boat goes 30 kilometer upstream, 30 kilometer upstream and 44 kilometer downstream in 10 hours. In 13 hours, it can go 40 kilometer upstream and 55 kilometer downstream. Determine the speed of the stream and that of the boat in still water. Before solving this problem, let us understand what is downstream and what is upstream. See here, there is a stream. Stream means flowing water. Water flows in this direction. This is the direction of the stream. Now, see there is a boat. Observe the movement of the boat. See in which direction boat is moving. Did you observe? Yes. Boat is moving in this direction. This is the direction of the boat and this is the direction of the stream. See here, direction of boat and direction of stream is same. Boat is traveling along with the stream. This is called downstream movement of the boat. Observe one more. See here, there is a stream. This is the flow of water, direction of flow of water. Water flows in this direction. This is the direction of stream. Now there is a boat here. Now observe the direction in which boat is moving. This is the direction of boat. Observe here, the direction of boat and direction of stream are opposite in direction. Here boat will travel against the stream. This is called upstream movement of the boat. In which case boat will have more speed? Yes, you are right. In downstream, boat will have more speed because boat is traveling along with the stream. In upstream, boat will have less speed because boat has to travel against the stream. So, let x be the speed of the boat and y be the speed of the stream. Now, what is the speed of the boat in downstream? We have to add the speed of boat and speed of the stream. Now, let x be the speed of boat and y be the speed of stream. Now, what is the speed of boat in upstream? Speed of the boat in upstream is x minus y. Speed of the boat minus speed of the stream. This you have to remember. In downstream, the speed of the boat will be speed of the boat in still water plus speed of the stream. In upstream, speed of the boat will be speed of the boat in still water minus speed of the stream. Now, let us solve the problem. Now let the speed of the boat in still water is x kilometer per hour. Still water means standing water. Let the speed of the boat in still water is x kilometer per hour. Let the speed of the stream be y kilometer per hour. Now we have downstream and upstream. Now speed in downstream will be x plus y. Speed of the boat plus speed of the stream. What is the distance traveled in downstream? That is 44 kilometers. It is given here 44 kilometers. What is the time taken by the boat to travel downstream? You know, time is equal to distance by speed. So time taken to travel downstream will be 44 by x plus y. This is the time taken to travel downstream. What is the speed of boat in upstream? That is x minus y. Speed of the boat minus speed of the stream. What is the distance traveled in upstream? In upstream, distance traveled is 30 kilometers. So we know that time is equal to distance by speed. So time taken by the boat to travel upstream is 30 by x minus y. Now here it is given that total time taken to travel upstream and downstream is 10 hours. So total time taken 10 hours. That is time taken to travel downstream plus time taken to travel upstream is equal to 10 hours. That is 44 by x plus y plus 30 by x minus y is equal to 10. We got one equation which is not linear. We have to reduce this to linear form, then solve by elimination method. For that, we need one more equation. See the second statement. There also we have a downstream and upstream movement of the boat. In downstream, speed is x plus y. What is the distance traveled downstream? Here there is, that is 55 kilometers. So time is equal to distance by speed. So time is equal to 55 by x plus y. For upstream, we know that speed is equal to x minus y. Distance traveled upstream is 40 kilometers. So time is equal to distance by speed. So time taken to travel upstream is 40 by x minus y. Now here it is given that total time taken to travel upstream and downstream is 13 hours. That is time taken to travel downstream plus time taken to travel upstream is equal to 13. 55 by x plus y plus 40 by x minus y is equal to 13. Now we got two equations. First, reduce this equation to linear form. Then you have to solve by elimination method. Then you will get the value of x and y. You have to solve this equation and find the value of x and y. Now see next question. Ritu can row downstream 20 kilometers in 2 hours. She can row downstream 20 kilometers in 2 hours and upstream 40 kilometers in 2 hours. Find her speed of rowing in still water and speed of the current. Let the speed of boat in still water is x kilometer per hour. Rowing means moving a boat. So let the speed of boat in still water is x kilometer per hour. Let the speed of the stream is equal to y kilometer per hour. Now in downstream, and we have upstream also. Now speed in downstream, I told you speed is equal to x plus y. That is speed of the boat plus speed of the stream. In upstream, let us do this one. Speed of the boat in downstream is x plus y, and distance traveled downstream is 20 kilometer. So what is the time? Distance by speed. So time taken to travel downstream is equal to 20 by x plus y. Here it is given that time taken to travel downstream is 2 hours. So time is equal to 2 hours. That is 20 by x plus y is equal to 2 hours. Now simplify this equation. 20 is equal to 2 into x plus y. You can divide 20 by 2. So 20 by 2 is equal to x plus y. So 10 is equal to x plus y. It is a linear equation. Now we want one more. That is upstream. Speed in upstream is x minus y. Distance traveled is 4 kilometer. We have to write time. We have formula, that is distance by speed. So time is equal to, here distance is 4, speed is x minus y, so 4 by x minus y. So time taken is equal to 2 hours, it is given. Time taken to travel upstream is 2 hours. We got time taken to travel upstream as 4 by x minus y. So 4 by x minus y is equal to 2. Now cross multiply. So 4 is equal to 2 into x minus y. 4 by 2 is equal to x minus y. 2 is equal to x minus y. Now we got two linear equations. You can solve these equations by elimination method and you will get the value of x and y. Now find the value of x and y by elimination method. Let us see next one. 2 women and 5 men can together finish an embroidery work in 4 days, while 3 women and 6 men can finish it in 3 days. Find the time taken by one woman alone to finish the work and also that taken by one man alone. Now understand this question. See here. 2 women and 5 men together finish an embroidery work in 4 days. While 3 women and 6 men can finish the same embroidery work in 3 days. This is how you have to understand the question. Now you have to find the time taken by one woman and one man. Now let the number of days taken by one woman alone to finish that embroidery work is x days. If a woman is doing work alone, then she will finish the work in X days. We don't know. Let it be X days. Let the number of days taken by one man alone to finish that embroidery work is equal to Y days. One woman X days, one man Y days. Now, let us compare work and days. One work by woman, embroidery work, that one work, woman taking X days to complete an embroidery work, that is one work, X days. So, what is the work done in one day? One day, how much work will be done? Now, cross multiply. 1 into 1 divided by X. So, you will get the work done by one day. If you cross multiply and divide by X, you will get the work done by one woman in one day. So work done by one woman in one day is 1 into 1 by X. That is 1 by X. So work done by one woman in one day is equal to 1 by X. In the same way, work done by one man in one day is equal to 1 by Y. One man is taking 5 days. So work done by one man in one day is 1 by Y. This is how, because if a person is taking 2 days to complete the work, then he can finish half of the work in one day. Suppose if a person is taking 4 days to finish the work, then he can finish 1/4 of the work in one day. So if number of days is X, then work done will be 1 by X. If the number of days is Y, then work done will be 1 by Y. Now here the equation we have to write now. 2 women and 5 men together can finish work in 4 days. 2 women, 5 men is equal to 4 days. Now work done by one woman is 1 by X. 2 women will be 2 into 1 by X. Work done by one man is 1 by Y. So 5 men will be 5 into 1 by Y. And convert this also for one day. Total days taken to finish the work is 4 days. So work done in one day is 1 by 4. So 2 into 1 by X plus 5 into 1 by Y is equal to 1 by 4. Here we converted work for one day. Work done for one day. Work done by women for one day. Work done by man for one day. And work done in one day. So 2 by X plus 5 by Y is equal to 1 by 4. This is the one equation. And second equation is 3 women and 6 men can finish the work in 3 days. 3 women, 6 men can finish the work in 3 days. So 3 into 1 by X plus 6 into 1 by Y. This is for one man. For 6 men, 6 into 1 by Y. This is for one woman. For 3 women, 3 into 1 by X. And work done in one day is 1 by 3. Total number of days taken is 3 days. So work done in one day is 1 by 3. So 3 by x plus x by y is equal to 1 by 3. We got two equations. Now we have to solve this by elimination method. Before that, we have to reduce into linear form because these are not linear equations. Then find the value of x and y. Now let us see one more. Ruhi travels 300 km to her home, partly by train and partly by bus. She takes 4 hours if she travels 60 km by train and remaining by bus. If she travels 100 km by train and the remaining by bus, she takes 10 minutes longer. Find the speed of the train and the bus separately. Now, Rohi has to travel 300 km and partly by train and partly by bus. Now, she is traveling by train for 60 km. She travels 60 km by train. And after that, what is the remaining distance? 300 minus 60 is 240. So remaining distance she travels by bus. So 240 km she travels by bus. And she takes 4 hours. Now, the distance is same, 300 km. If she travels 100 km by train, 100 km by train, and the remaining is 200 km and 200 km by bus. She takes 10 minutes longer. In the previous case, she takes 4 hours, and in this case, she takes 4 hours 10 minutes. Now let us solve this problem by converting into linear equation form. Now let the speed of the train is equal to x km per hour. Let the speed of the bus is equal to y km per hour. She travels partly by train, partly by bus. Now speed of train is x. Distance traveled in train in the first case is 60 km. What is the time taken to travel in train is distance by speed. That is 60 by x. And she travels partly by bus. So speed of bus is y km per hour. Distance traveled in bus, remaining distance means in 300 remaining distance is 240. So distance traveled by bus in the first case is 240. Time is equal to distance by speed. So time taken to travel in bus is 240 by y. Now total time taken is 4 hours. See here 4 hours. Time taken to travel by bus plus time taken to travel by train is equal to 4 hours. Now 60 by x, that is train, plus 240 by y, that is time taken by bus, is equal to 4 hours. This is the one equation. Let us write one more equation. She travels by train and bus. Now speed of train is x. She travels 100 km by train. So distance is 100 km. Time is equal to distance by speed. That is 100 by x. So in bus, she travels remaining kilometer, that is 200 km. The speed of the bus is y. Distance is 200 km. So time is equal to distance by speed. That is time is equal to 200 by y. So total time taken is 10 minutes longer. In the previous case, she has taken 4 hours. Now 10 minutes longer. That is 4 hours plus 10 minutes. Time taken to travel by train plus time taken to travel by bus is equal to 4 hours 10 minutes. That is 100 by x plus 200 by y is equal to 4. Convert 10 minutes to hours. 1 hour 60 minutes. So 10 minutes is equal to 10 by 60 hours. So 4 10 by 60. The time taken is 4 10 by 60. That is 100 by x plus 200 by y is equal to 4. 0 0 cancels, 1 by 6. So 100 by x plus 200 by y is equal to 25 by x. Now we got two equations which are not linear. We have to convert into linear form, then solve by elimination method. Then you will get the speed of the bus and speed of the train.